The origins of myths and legends are rooted in humanity's need to explain the world around us, to preserve cultural heritage, and to pass stories through generations. These stories often arise from real events, embellished over time and transformed into tales of wonder. Myths and legends serve as a bridge between reality and imagination, offering insight into the values and beliefs of the cultures from which they hail. The significance of exploring the origins of myths and legends lies in their enduring influence. Myths such as Atlantis, the Trojan War, and the Fountain of Youth have shaped literature, art, and even politics over centuries. They inspire curiosity and provoke questions about what is true or fabricated in these tales. By examining their origins, we can appreciate how ancient societies interpreted their world, often blending fact with fiction, and how these narratives continue to resonate today. For example, the myth of Atlantis, first mentioned by Plato, may have been inspired by real historical events such as the Thera eruption, which devastated the Minoan civilization. Similarly, the story of the Trojan War could be connected to multiple real conflicts in the region that were later immortalized by Homer in the Iliad. These examples demonstrate how actual events can evolve into grander myths over time, impacting not only storytelling but also archaeological pursuits and historical research as scholars seek traces of truth within these legends. While myths and legends provide a rich tapestry of cultural storytelling, they also present challenges and controversies. Skeptics argue that such tales can mislead and distort historical truths. There is also debate over the cultural appropriation of myths, where dominant cultures may adapt and alter narratives of another society, sometimes stripping them of their original meaning. Despite these challenges, myths remain a crucial component of human culture, offering both cautionary tales and aspirational ideals. The study of the origins of myths and legends also influences other aspects of understanding human history. It contributes to fields such as archaeology, anthropology, and literature, where scholars analyze the layers of storytelling to uncover past realities. This exploration encourages a deeper appreciation for the complex relationship between history and myth, reminding us that while facts can become fiction, fiction often hides a kernel of truth. Through this lens, myths become not just stories of the past, but pathways to understanding the human experience across time. The concept of the Atlantis legend, rooted in the writings of the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, refers to a highly advanced and powerful civilization that supposedly existed around 9,000 years before his time. According to Plato, Atlantis was a utopian island kingdom that eventually fell out of favor with the gods and was submerged into the sea in a single day and night of misfortune. The significance of exploring the historical foundations of the Atlantis legend lies in its enduring appeal and the questions it raises about the intersection of myth and reality. By probing into the origins and possible truths behind such legends, we can uncover insights into ancient cultures, their storytelling traditions, and the ways in which myths evolve over time. One specific example illustrating the historical foundations of the Atlantis legend is the Minoan civilization on the island of Crete. The Minoans were an advanced society known for their impressive architectural feats, such as the vast palace complex at Knossos, and their sudden decline around 1450 BCE due to a catastrophic volcanic eruption on the nearby island of Thera, modern-day Santorini. This event bears some resemblance to the catastrophic destruction described by Plato, suggesting that the Atlantis story may have been inspired by real historical events, albeit exaggerated and transformed through oral tradition. Another example is the island of Helike, an ancient Greek city believed to have been submerged by a tsunami in the 4th century BCE. Helike was rediscovered in the late 20th century, buried beneath layers of silt and debris. The fate of Helike offers a tangible precedent for the Atlantis narrative and reinforces the possibility that certain aspects of the legend might be rooted in actual geological or historical phenomena. Opinions supporting the idea that Atlantis might be grounded in reality often highlight the consistency of flood myths across various cultures, suggesting a collective memory of ancient catastrophes. However, challenges to this perspective abound, as many historians and archaeologists argue that Plato's account was purely allegorical, meant to illustrate his philosophical ideas rather than describe a historical event. The exploration of Atlantis's historical foundations influences broader discussions about myths and legends by highlighting the thin line between myth and history. It prompts us to consider the ways in which societal memories are preserved and transformed, offering a richer understanding of how myths serve both as entertaining tales and as conduits of cultural and historical knowledge. By dissecting these mythical narratives, we find connections to other aspects of our shared past, deepening our appreciation of human storytelling's complexity and resilience. Reality involves delving into the legendary conflict between the Greeks and the city of Troy, a narrative immortalized by Homer's epic poem, the Iliad. This heading suggests an investigation into the historical truth and archaeological evidence surrounding the myth of the Trojan War, examining whether this iconic story was purely a work of fiction or whether it was rooted in actual events. The significance of this topic lies in its ability to shed light on how myths can be interwoven with historical facts, influencing cultural narratives and our understanding of history. One real-world application of exploring the myth versus reality of the Trojan War is the archaeological discovery of the site believed to be ancient Troy, located in modern-day Turkey. Excavations led by archaeologist Heinrich Schliemann in the late 19th century unearthed ruins that suggest the possibility of a historical foundation for the myth. These findings have intrigued historians and archaeologists, prompting ongoing research to separate mythic embellishments from potential historical events. Another example is the comparative analysis of ancient texts and artifacts from the Bronze Age, which provide context and support for the theory that a conflict similar to the Trojan War could indeed have taken place, influenced by geopolitical tensions and trade disputes of the era. There are scholars who support the idea that while the Trojan War, as told by Homer, is a blend of myth and literary creativity, it is likely based on a series of historical conflicts in the ancient world, thereby providing a window into the cultural and political landscape of that time. Such scholarly opinions enhance the intrigue surrounding the Trojan War, demonstrating how ancient stories can offer insights into the past. However, potential challenges and controversies arise from the difficulty in distinguishing between historical reality and narrative embellishment. The lack of definitive evidence makes it challenging to conclusively prove that the war occurred as described. Additionally, differing interpretations of archaeological findings and ancient texts contribute to ongoing debates in academic circles. This exploration of the Trojan War connects to other aspects of examining real-life events behind popular myths and legends by highlighting the interplay between storytelling and historical record. It prompts a reconsideration of how legends like Atlantis and the Fountain of Youth might also contain kernels of truth, encouraging a nuanced understanding of how myths evolve over time and how they reflect the cultures from which they originate. By investigating the Trojan War, we gain insights into the broader theme of how history and myth can coexist, influencing each other and shaping collective memory. The concept of the search for the Fountain of Youth refers to the age-old pursuit of a mythical spring believed to grant eternal youth to those who drink its waters. This legend has fascinated and inspired explorers, adventurers, and storytellers for centuries. Its origins are often traced back to various cultures, with notable mentions in ancient. The Fountain of Youth symbolizes humanity's relentless desire to defy the natural aging process and achieve immortality. The significance of exploring this myth lies in its reflection of human nature and our deep-seated fears and desires. By examining the legend of the Fountain of Youth, we gain insights into historical motivations for exploration, the cultural impacts of these quests, and how myths and legends shape human behavior and aspirations. This exploration is essential to understanding how such stories influence our worldviews and drive real-world actions. One prominent example of the Fountain of Youth's influence is the expedition of Spanish explorer Juan Ponce de León in the early 16th century. According to popular tales, de León embarked on a journey to what is now Florida in search of the legendary fountain. While historical evidence suggests he was likely seeking new lands and riches, the myth of his quest for eternal youth has persisted, illustrating how legends can overshadow historical facts. Another example is the use of the Fountain of Youth myth in art and literature, where it serves as a metaphor for the vanity and futility of human desires. From Nathaniel Hawthorne's short story, Dr. Heidegger's Experiment, to the films and novels that explore themes of rejuvenation, the idea continues to captivate the imagination. Opinions supporting the pursuit of such myths often highlight the role of legends in inspiring human exploration and innovation. However, there are challenges and controversies surrounding the myth. Skeptics argue that the quest for perpetual youth diverts attention from valuing the natural progression of life and can lead to unethical practices, such as the promotion of dubious anti-aging products. Additionally, the quest underscores the tension between scientific advances and the ethical implications of extending human life. This point connects to other aspects of the main topic by demonstrating how myths like the Fountain of Youth, Atlantis, and the Trojan War serve as mirrors of human ambition and curiosity. They influence our understanding of history, our cultural values, and even current scientific endeavors. By analyzing these myths, we uncover the intricate ways in which they continue to impact our perceptions of reality and the endless pursuit of the extraordinary.